So I know what you're thinking. Marty's already done an auto sampler video, and you'd be right, and it's down there. However, Gig Performer has made a couple of little tweaks, and I want to show you that in this video today. As a quick recap, if you haven't already seen that video, the auto sampler really is your go-to if you want to resample anything. Now that could be resource hungry plugins, or even maybe some old 32-bit plugins that are kind of a bit sketchy nowadays and you wouldn't want to use them live. You could resample them, put them in a set. Also superb for resampling any external gear like synths and drum machines and stuff. I use that all the time now in the studio. So that's just a quick recap. Make sure you hit that video below and that will give you a general overview of the sample generator. In this video, we're going to look at the new section, which you can access by hitting the options switch in the bottom right hand corner. Click that on. This section here integrates Decent Sampler. Now, if you haven't tried Decent Sampler before, head over to decentsamples.com and pick it up. It's completely free. The link will be below as well, I'm sure. And don't be fooled by what seems like a very simple user interface, etc. when you first boot it up. Decent Sampler is highly customizable. You can find a ton of resources online concerning Decent Sampler, loads of great sample kits, etc. Head over to pianobook.com as well. They've got some cracking sample sets. Anyway, I digress. So to get all this working, we switch on that option there. This sets Gig Performer up to automatically create a Decent Sampler XML file. We'll not go over XML files today. Suffice to say that it's Decent Sampler's way of organizing your samples, how it looks, controls, effects, all that type of stuff. You can get really under the hood with it. Obviously, you want to name your preset. That goes there. And the next little switch below that says use a template for new samples. This is great if you've already made up a template preset in Decent Sampler. Say you've got some controls in there or an effect that you constantly like or whatever you like. And all you want to do is just chunk samples straight into that preset. Use this option here. I'll show you very quickly. I'm going to sample a very simple saw wave from my little mini log over here. I've set everything up, ready to go. And let's just click start. Now those fresh new samples have been merged into this preset here. So watch this. If I open up Decent Sampler and load that latest file, then we can see our samples here. Perfect. Now we have control as well. We've got some built-in cutoff. Add a bit of chorus. Even add some reverb. Superb. But that's not all we can do. I'm going to quickly sample an octave of bass guitar. Sorted. Here it is here in Decent Sampler. Now if we click merge with an existing preset, we can add extra samples into that preset. I'll add a little guitar here, and we're going to go from C#2 to C4. I'm just going to do it very quickly again with one velocity layer, just to show you. We'll change the sample group name to guitar and click start. Now if we bring up Decent Sampler again and choose reload, you'll now see that there's an extra set of samples. We have the bass, but now we also have a bit of a guitar. Actually sounds more like a banjo at that velocity, but never mind. Proof of concept and all that. But you get the idea. Now we have two sets of samples in that one preset, but there's still more you can do. Let's now add a pad. But I'm going to keep the note range the same as the banjo, but we can reposition those samples anywhere on the key bed. So click on Reposition Samples, and I'm going to hit that over to C5, just for demonstration's sake. Rename that sample group to pad, and very quickly, let's sample again. Now let's head back to Decent Sampler and click reload once again. And now we have bass guitar, banjo, guitar, and a pad sampled in that original key range, but moved up into C5. So this is really handy. You can make up multiple split points from all different types of samples and combine them into one preset. So that basically wraps up this little video. Some great little extra features added to Auto Sampler. From a personal viewpoint, I was never really into resampling things at all. I found it far too complicated until this came along, and now I'm doing it all the time. I've made up some sample packs with this, and they're going to be free down below. Just have fun with them. And if you want to find out more, as always, head over to the Gig Performer website and get involved with the Gig Performer community. Some very, very clever people in there that can help out with any kind of problems that you have. So anyway, I'll catch you in the next one. I'm going to go off and do a bit more sampling. Catch you later.